I released a video the other day, or yesterday, about my divorce. And sometimes I do like to talk about my personal life because this channel is almost like a therapeutic thing for me. So, and sometimes it's met with like just a lot of weird negativity, and I don't really understand it. I feel like every single person within reason, like 85% of people that get married are going to end up in this situation. So it's better to understand what's going to happen and how it's going to feel. And you got to realize that, like, you know, I'm not going to talk about like what I almost did in the video. That's in the video. If you want to watch that, go watch that. But I don't want to repeat it again because I don't like talking about it. But the issue is people got to understand that it's not the damn end of the world. And I thought it was. Like, I 100% thought it was over. I thought my life was over. And it hadn't even begun at this point. It had not even begun, man. And I can't stress that enough. It was like I was a 6-year-old, like before, and now I'm like a man. They're in the same situation. Like, you guys got to understand that this kind of stuff happens every day to people. And I know, like, you know, no one can really know how you feel personally, okay? But other people have been through similar things and can tell you right now, that it is so important to realize that your life is just beginning. Doesn't matter how old you are. This isn't the end, man. Like, 3 months, 4 months down the road, you're going to be a new person. And you'll be stronger because of it. People are so, they're so used to negativity from media, news, Twitter, social media, that they're sensitive to that stuff. And maybe they unsubscribe before even watching the video. There was not anything negative about it. It's very positive, actually. It's like the turning point in my life for me. People give me advice when they watch my videos without actually knowing me, which is fine. But they always tell me to join a gym or join a church or get a dog. Because that reminded me, because I saw that from my boy. Said, get a dog. So I have a dog. I go to the gym 6 to 7 days a week. And I'm not going to church, sorry. And I know, look, I know. I get it. I really, really do get it. It's easier said than done. I had a comment on my video today where somebody said, "Oh, yeah, it's way harder than you're making it out to be." And I said that in the video. My last words of the video was, "It's easier said than done." It is. And I get it. I'm just saying that it is possible. All right. Like, I hit rock bottom, and then that was it. It's as soon as I hit it, I started climbing that bitch again. Yeah, so I was pretty shocked, man. I was pretty shocked when I woke up and I had like 200 less subscribers, and then the video wasn't performing well. Now I knew it wouldn't, because people don't care for personal shit. They just want whatever you're known for, right? Talk about games, Cody. Talk about, retail. I get it. The issue is I like to talk about my personal life because it's therapeutic for me. Because I see as everybody in the chat regularly as my friends. I don't see people as viewers or numbers. I see them as my friends, like my boys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so sick of getting on YouTube and seeing, "Oh, I built this thing," or Minecraft, or how many people will stay in the square for $100,000. Like, God, I just want somebody to tell me how I'm supposed to freaking cope with this shit. So that's why I made that video. Okay, so, well, it goes negatively sometimes. Every time I release a video like that, people say I'm a liar and I'm making stuff up for attention. Which is every YouTube channel ever. If you go to any comment section, they all say that shit, right? They always say the same thing. There's a few comments that are like, "You're a liar and you just derp." That's how that works. Okay. So I don't really get that, but who cares? And they'll be like, "I know you're a liar." And I'm like, "How?" And they're like, "Just trust me." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." People want to live in the delusion of happiness and perfection. Unfortunately, the most accurate description of life is 70 to 80 odd years of pain with fleeting moments of happiness rarely spread in it. Once you come to terms with that, your life will be more fulfilled. Like, what are we doing with our lives? All we do is we search as hard as we can for that next endorphin rush of happiness and then wait another 8 months before it comes back. You got to know. You got to know that that is what life is. And when you can come to terms with that, then you can live your life, in my opinion. Life's not that, it's not a freaking party all the time, dude. And all I did was talk about my divorce and how I survived and I coped with it. And I got real in the video. At one point, I talked about something I've never talked about before. And I'm not proud of it, but I talked about it. And I knew the video wouldn't perform well, but I'm not worried about that. That's not the point. The point is to let people know, it's not the end. Well, I did not foresee losing hundreds of subscribers. Did not foresee that. Because I didn't say anything spicy, I thought. But hey, it's all good. I'm going to continue to talk about my personal life because I don't care what other people, think. I'm just trying to give people some knowledge because not everybody's been through stuff. I've been through like a lot of garbage. So me putting a positive spin on everything, I feel like could help somebody that's just in an awful place. Someone said earlier something about, I don't remember what it was. It was like, I basically said in the video that you have to just stop being sad. And I literally never said that, and I don't know how somebody gathers that. But then again, I'm on Twitter. I got a following on Twitter. I'm on it every day because, you gotta do it when you're a content creator. And I see people pull the wildest shit from the craziest thing ever. So you'll see a tweet that's like, the moon will be 2 inches further away from the Earth tomorrow. And somebody will be like, thanks, Trump. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's Trump's fault. And I'm like, how? What the shit? So I get it. I totally get people getting weird shit out of it. So let's talk about the video. I talked about, my wife, leaving, right? So she left. And I was devastated. Like, my entire life changed immediately. Like overnight. I would go to work and I would be checking out people because it was December, right? So in December, people are, shoulder to shoulder in GameStop. Especially in 2017. Sorry, 2016. Back in the day when people still bought physical games. The majority did. So I would be checking people out for 6 hours straight. And I would just have I was having panic attacks and shit. So I'd go back into the break room and lock the door and literally just sit there on the floor. So it was devastating. And, I didn't know what to do. And that went on for a while. Months. So in December, I got to the rock bottom ass. And, there was an event that happened. You know what I'm talking about. And after that, it was weirdly, it's almost I guess I say it's rock bottom. It was everything changed immediately right then. And when she left, I made the decision. I was like, I'm gonna download Tinder. And look, I wasn't happy. I didn't get normal for months after that. But clapping people on Tinder, now I know it's, funny, whatever, meme. But hooking up with people off Tinder, meeting new people, that was a fun thing, was meeting people. And I started YouTube, and I started doing all these things, and it didn't make me happy. I never said anything about being happy. Shit, I ain't happy right now. But it almost put a Band-Aid over everything when I kept doing stuff. And if I started feeling kind of weird, I'd work on a video or I'd work on music. I wrote my entire band's debut album and recorded it in 3 months during that time. And eventually, the trauma and I guess the mourning of her not being there anymore, it was gone. And it's almost like I had slept through it. Do you know when you're on a plane? You know when you get on a plane for a 4.5 hour flight and you're like, oh God, this is going to be a long flight. And then somehow you fall asleep and you wake up when it's on the descent. And you're like, oh my God, I slept through all of that. Holy hell yeah. That's kind of how it was. I just occupied my mind. And I know right away, the last words of the video were, it's easier said than done. It is easier said than done. Okay. It's just easier said than done. So I get it. Like, I had people when I was down tell me, dude, why don't you just go do something? Go party or go to a club. Like, stop being so mopey. And I couldn't make myself do it. So I understand it. I've been there, you know. Happiness is like looking out at your backyard after like redesigning everything with like your girl on your shoulder and the crickets are, you know, chirping and like your dog's running through the yard and the wind's blowing slightly in your hair. That's like happiness. And then 10 minutes later, that's gone. So that's what I'm saying.